Welcome to Office Blokes News. We are the Office Blokes.
I don't know what that was.
Intro music.
Yeah, as a lot of you know, hopefully by now, we're having to move away from reactions for a little bit, or at least reacting to videos. But that doesn't mean we can't become the primary news source for people coming straight to us for breaking news that we've read somewhere else.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing loads of topics and loads of different things,
Yeah.
loads of new videos that you're going to enjoy.
Yeah. There's just, we're going to throw in some stuff where...
Topical stuff.
Yeah, because we reacted to quite a lot of topical stuff. So, I mean, we can still react to it, just not show clips for now and see how it goes.
Yeah, same sort of thing though, isn't it? It'd be the same type of...
It's just us talking nonsense, isn't it, really?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We reacted to the video, a video about Adam Johnson, the former NHL player, being killed with an ice skate, a blade to the neck.
What was interesting on this is I was in the pub the next day when it happened, and the pub I was in had the Manchester Storm guys in there, and he's also the landlords, the two landlords that are in there, Ian and Alan, are both ex-hockey players.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd get their opinion on it. I said, did you see the news last night? You know, I'm like, what? He went, oh, I'm just talking to the lads here about it. He said, bad. And I didn't get into it, whether we thought it was deliberate or whether it was an accident.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about the video, what we'd seen, and it just, I don't know ice hockey. I've never played ice hockey, so I don't know how intense you get into it. But when you look at the video, the guy's leg, he raises his leg as he spins, and he sort of like kicks out up with a raised leg, sort of thing. And then I didn't really pick up on that until someone pointed it out to me, and I thought, is that not just like a natural motion? Because skate's quite heavy, considering for us anyway, wearing football boots and things like that, running trainers when you're running.
I mean, all the gear as well, because you've got a lot of padding and stuff like that. So
to lift your leg up and kick out, it's quite a.
But then I've not seen the video, but the momentum wasn't there a spin?
It's like a spin, sort of like, and a kick sort of thing. And he's obviously caught him, and a few of the lads in the pub were saying deliberate.
Really?
And I was like, no way. And the guy's like, it's going to get done for murder. It's murder, that. And I'm like...
Is this the hockey players saying it?
This was a few just people who sort of like scattered around. It's a big sports pub we go in. You know the pub.
Yeah.
Big sports pubs. There's loads of sports guys in there who all got an opinion on different things. And they're all going, no murder. And I'm like, I just didn't say anything. I was just like, you know what, it's not my play. I don't know the game. So I can only go off what I see. And for me, I didn't have a judgment on it. And I was like, I'm not sure. Would that be something that someone would do, even? Would someone even think about doing something like that to injure somebody?
It seems so gratuitous to have done something like that on purpose in front of that many people.
When you look at ice hockey, I've seen a tackle where there's a player guy used to play called Eric Lindros, right? Played for the Philly Flyers, Rangers, a few other teams, but he's skating across the ice with his head down. Right, he's already had a few concussions. Scott Stevens from the New Jersey Devils comes the other way and lays one on him right in the head, right with his shoulder. Just takes him straight out. I mean, the guy's skating with his head down, probably a bit of an error. Don't know, schoolboy error, as we say.
Yeah.
He's skating with his head down. Stevens has come across. He's one of the nastiest guys to play the game. He's come across and just proper shouldered him right into the face and knocked him clean out.
Yeah.
And that was the end of his career, type thing. It's like, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
But that's the game. The game it's a physical game. No one should be putting skates in the air because that's a proper dangerous weapon. They're sharp as anything. Yeah. It's a blade at the end of the day.
Well, I've had a couple of chats with people about it. There's a couple of people in the DMs that talk about hockey and things like that. The reason we're bringing it up now is because Matt Petgrave is the player who actually cut him with his skate. Has been charged with manslaughter in the UK.
What's the details behind Matt Petgrave? What's his nationality and? So you can get a Wikipedia page up on him. I just wondered if he can what his background is, who he played for, where he's from. Is he an ex-NHL? Because Adam Johnson was ex-NHL. He played for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So as developed the case, hasn't it? So I suppose we've got to be careful what we do say about it because the charge has been laid now. So
that's why we're just seeing what's
available. We're not going into any.
It's more like say difficult. Not played the game before. You do think, is it a natural thing? Is it, it's difficult to say. And I suppose players would know more as to what the guy was thinking of at the time, or whether it's a natural thing. Whether
See, I see. Both you and I play football at a good level, and now I know that if I wanted to hurt someone on a football pitch, I knew how to do it. Yeah, without a doubt, and I could make it look accidental.
And you see it all the time. And then so you do matches. We always have an opinion thinking he's gone to do
because we've seen it and we've done it. It's kind of like you look at it and go, I know exactly what he's doing there.
Yeah.
You know, you've got, but because I've never played hockey, I don't know what a deliberate hit is and what a deliberate. No, I can't say that. I know when I've got a football boot on, my foot's a little bit. It's not heavy now because boots are all synthetic, made out of like very light leather sort of thing. So it's like having nothing on your feet when you play football now.
Yeah.
But with a hockey skate, imagine you got the boot, the blade's quite heavy. Imagine to sort of like lift your leg up takes intent, and to go into something with intent to hurt somebody. Yeah, we've all done it in a sports game. We've all gone about it to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Not to finish them off or finish the career, end the career, or break a bone or anything. But you've gone out there to sort of like let them know you're there.
Sometimes just a bit extra into
it. Yeah, correct.
But I mean, I've never seen anything like this on a hockey rink before. Has it happened before?
From what I've been told, it's like a 1 in 10 year event.
Yeah.
And I've had a DM about it happening where apparently in Canada and the States,
goalkeeper.
Most of them are first aid trained.
Yeah, correct.
Because someone got their...
I think it was a goalkeeper, wasn't it?
Yeah, like the kids are pinching the artery or the neck or whatever to save their life. So like a once in 10 year event, but now they wear the Kevlar neck protectors in the NHL apparently.
Is that just the goalkeepers?
No, all of them, I think.
They all do?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Because I thought
it was the goalkeepers. They thought it was rolling it out.
I thought they were thinking of bringing something like that in.
This isn't the NHL in this country, is it?
No.
So it's more of a thing over there.
Right.
Whereas I think the precedent has now been set over here that they've.
Well, when you look at the standards in NHL are way higher than what they are over here. I know these kids are ex NHL as well, some of them, but they're NHL lower end players. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's a bit like the Premier League.
Yeah.
When you got the Premier League, you're talking elite, the highest of the highest right now, and then you go into different leagues around the world, and you may have the ex Premier League player, but he's no way going to cut it in the Premier League right now.
Yeah,
and there's
lower leagues.
If we want to hear from other fans and other players, so the next Sheffield Steelers game, Matt Petgrave wasn't on the ice, but there was a standing ovation for him in support of him.
What nationality is he, Dave? Have you got his Wikipedia page up or anything?
Petgrave, been a member of Sheffield Steelers for 2 seasons. I'll have a look in a sec. Undrafted and joined the Ontario Hockey League in 2009.
Right.
So it's Canadian.
So he's Canadian.
He's from Toronto.
Right. Okay.
And what we can see here is one of Johnson's teammates. So obviously it was Johnson that was killed. Westin McCord, I think it's pronounced, took to social media to defend Petgrave. We wholeheartedly stand with Matt Petgrave. The hate Matt is receiving is terrible and completely uncalled for. I was at ice level on the bench closest to the incident. I saw both players moving fast. It's clear to me his actions were unintentional, and anyone suggesting otherwise is mistaken. So it's the same like I've got on Facebook hockey fan friends, and they're saying anyone who wants to jump on the bandwagon of saying this was murder.
Yeah. He's not been charged with murder, had he? He's been charged with manslaughter.
I know, but it's the consensus in hockey fans seems to be it was a really tragic accident. There's a coming together of players.
That's the way I see it. I just think I don't think anybody will deliberately do something so callous in a sport.
No, I mean
I would hope not.
We've seen people swing sticks at each other and stuff, and that's bad.
Yeah.
But a blade to the neck.
Yeah, but you look at other sports, right? I mean, I watch a lot of sports, and I look at you watch baseball. These guys, the pitching baseball, sometimes they're hitting batters with 100-mile-an-hour fastballs off the head.
Yeah,
that's lethal as well.
Yeah,
if that hits you in the wrong place, you're going to get it. You're going to know about it.
Yeah, it's like
So these things like these face masks in the NHL, for example, people grabbing the face mask. It's a foul, but people still do it.
Yeah.
Tackling with the helmet, going full on with the helmet. It's a foul. now, but it's people still do it. Targeting or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's dangerous stuff, isn't it?
And you've got things like 2-footed tackles in soccer, or rugby. You've got spearing. You've got loads of stuff that people still do that's illegal.
Yeah.
And you're like, what are you doing it for? You know what you're doing. You know it's illegal. Don't do it. Don't even think about it. Take it out of your game.
Yeah. Some people just can't help it, can they? They just think they can get away with it, but
it's the big name. But a lot of people live up to reputation. And what they do, they know that's what they are. And sometimes it comes in the heat of a game. Someone might be baiting you, an opposition right in your face, and you think, okay. And we've been there. Someone's in your face and they're saying things to you, and they're saying things that you don't want to hear, or saying things that are really sort of like triggering. Or I never got triggered anyway. No one could wind me up. because I just smile at them and go, bring it on, let's go, let's dance. You know, and if they come in and they want to 2-foot tackle you or whatever, you try and jump up and then you kind of do the fall on the elbow on the nose type thing, you know, and make it look accidental. You fouled me. What are you crying for? You know what I mean? So he's laid out. Yeah. But it's and that's what it is. It's you can't really.
You're always going to get it to a certain extent.
There's only one person that's going to know.
Games, aren't you?
The only one person that's going to know is the guy that did it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Whether it was intentional or not.
Yeah.
Oh, did he do something intentional? Not to that. No way anyone's doing that to that extreme. No way.
A high boot seems, especially in hockey, such a dangerous thing that to intentionally do that, you've got to assume you're going to cause some serious damage.
It would take a real skill as well. I'm guessing going at that pace and moving around.
It is a fast game.
Getting your foot up that high to hit that exact spot that you wanted while you're moving along an ice rink. I mean,
it seems a little bit out there, doesn't it?
It's like some Bruce Lee sort of stuff, isn't it?
Well,
you've got to take into consideration the speed of the game, the style of the game, how physical it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and it's and the movement of the puck and the sticks, and that you turn and you're twisting and you're up and down, and you don't know where you are. People are skating towards you fast. You're skating fast.
You can get disorientation, I suppose, can't you, when you're on the rink and stuff? You know, it's
that's why the charge is manslaughter, though, isn't it, and not murder, because it's maybe they're acknowledging that. Yes, he didn't intend to kill the guy, but maybe he did intend to maim him, and maybe that's what they're trying to prove.
You know what? It's just maiming's for me. Maiming's just as bad in sport. I just hope in sport that nobody. And don't get me wrong, I know these crazy people out in sport, and they've all got a reputation, and you think he's capable or she's capable of doing this, that, and the other, and then you look at sort of like, you know, would you really do it intentionally? I would hope not.
Yeah,
I would hope people are professional enough not to do something intentionally.
I see it a bit like road rage. You know, where people are giving it the big one while they're in the car, but if they actually got out of the car and were stood next to each other, they'd probably be a bit more respectful.
It's at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, you get that red
type
mist.
Of thing, a bit of red mist, and then a few minutes later you can calm down. You can go, can't it? So
especially in sport and a physical sport like hockey, you don't. I mean, we didn't see the game. We've only gone off what the clip said and what the news bulletins say and all that. We've not watched the full game, so we don't know what was going on, how much bickering, how much arguing, or how much fighting or whatever was going on during that game. We don't know.
Well, the thing is, he's 31 years old. He's already playing in the UK, so it's not like he's an NHL player, getting the big bucks sort of thing. And if he does a couple of years in prison for this, it's career over.
Oh, absolutely.
Without a doubt. At that age, when you're already not at the elite level, I'm sure he's a great player.
Yeah, well, you've got to be playing in any league versus playing at a level of professional sport in any sport. If you're at a level of professional sport, you're good.
Yeah.
That's a talent.
Yeah.
It's especially if you're playing a game as physical as hockey. When the Europeans are really good at it as well, because you've got a lot of European countries that boss it. Look at Russia, Sweden, Finland, Czech Republic. There's loads of them that have got really, really good reputations for being great at hockey. But I don't know. It's one of them where you're talking there that if he goes away for a couple of years, he's going to ruin his career. Think about if he's innocent and he gets cleared of all these. It's going to be mentally for him to go back on the ice and play.
Yeah,
it's going to be a tough one as well.
I'm making no judgments on whether he's guilty or not.
No, same.
I've not seen it.
No, I don't know the game enough. I don't
understand the nuance of I've watched loads of hockey games when I was younger, but I don't know enough to say either way.
Yeah.
And having not seen the footage, I don't want to see the footage either.
Well, I said it. My first thing was it was a bad accident, and we said that, and people in the comments when we did the reactions to the video, people were saying that it's no accident, and I'm like, wow, it's like in my mind, I'm like, really? I'm like, people would do that. Number one, and that, like you said, that's skillful. To pull something like that off.
The thing is, when you've got the option to throw down, you'd think, why would you do something like that and not just drop your gloves and just start beating the shit out of him?
Again, it's instinct.
Because that's an option.
A lot of it's instinct, though, as well. It's, why do people hit someone with a bottle, or why does someone shoot someone when you can put the gun down and have a fist fight?
Like that.
I don't know. I don't know either guy. I've never heard of any of them before prior to this incident.
Yeah, so
I've probably I've watched the Sheffield Steelers before, so I've probably encountered Adam. It was Adam Johnson. He was on the Steelers, wasn't he?
I'm not sure. Because I thought you actually said there the other guy got a standing ovation at the Sheffield game.
So the other guy
he wasn't on the ice. He wasn't on the ice, and he got a standing ovation. I think you said.
Yeah.
At the next Sheffield game, I thought you said. Max might know.
Oh yeah, Johnson was playing for the Nottingham Panthers.
Right. So
Petgrave was playing for Sheffield Steelers. Yeah, because I watched the Sheffield Steelers. I went and watched them versus Manchester Storm a couple of years ago.
Okay.
It was really good fun. It was great. Good
That's
laugh.
what I'm saying. You're looking at, you get an understanding. It's a family sport over here, and it's a family sport wherever you go. I mean, I've been to, you've been to games and you see all types of people watching sports, but I'm not sure if someone could physically do that. I'd hope not. If he is and he is found guilty, whatever, and he is guilty to it, and bad.
Yeah,
it's bad whichever way it goes.
See which way it pans out, I guess.
No,
And
it's
there'll be a
not
lot
good,
of
it's not
experts
good.
down at the trial, I would guess, anyway.
Imagine being on the jury and you're like, I don't know.
I think you've got to take a lot. Because probably have to take a lot of direction, like say, off ex-players, professionals. That they need to give evidence and say, just a layman, just a person turning up there would probably struggle to know. But one way or the other. But
go on, sorry.
The way you look at it is when you look at any incident in sport, when there's an injury, they slow the video down to such where everything could look bad.
Oh yeah,
we've seen it where someone stood on the ball, his foot's come off the ball, and he's landed on another guy's foot, and he's had a red card. You speed that up to real time, or even try doing it, right? And you'll see how much of an accident it can be.
Yeah.
Now that's what you need. You need to watch it in real time and think, is that possible to do something like in real time? You could slow it down, and it could be the perfect kung fu kick. The way his eyes are looking at certain things, he's lifted his leg up and he's gone, straight across his throat or whatever, and he's slowing it down. If you did it in slow motion, if I went like that in slow motion to you, I could come across your neck like that. But if I did real fast, I'd probably hit your shoulder. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's whether it's deliberate or not.
Well, in slow motion, like we always say, it always looks so much worse as well, especially in football that we watch, and it looks a lot harsher as well. Doesn't it? It looks like it looks harsh. It looks on purpose. Yeah, terrible. Speed it up in normal time. You think actually it doesn't actually look that much.
No.
I mean, the charge is manslaughter, though.
Yeah.
So did his actions cause someone's death accidentally?
Accidentally, yeah.
And that's looking, that's potentially very more likely that a jury would go, because if you didn't do that, he'd still be alive.
But at the same time, you know what you're getting yourself in for going into playing certain sports. And it's like me saying, but he died. He was a parachutist and the parachute didn't open, and he put his parachute on. So does that mean he's at fault?
It's also like someone having a consensual fight in the street, though, and taking a dig, hitting the head and dying.
Yeah.
That's manslaughter.
It is, but that's not organised if you want. But if you've got an organised sport, which this is, and you've got like say take parachuting or skydiving,
boxing, UFC,
I suppose
like it sets the precedent for that. If you knock someone out in a boxing match and they never wake up, is that manslaughter?
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack in there. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of debate to happen if the CPS decide. I think, has he been charged or was he just arrested for it?
Don't know,
because it said released on bail, so he's not been remanded.
You wouldn't necessarily be remanded with manslaughter, would you, anyway?
Manslaughter arrested for
manslaughter.
Yeah, so
not charged.
If he's not been charged, that's got to go up to the CPS, who've got to make a consideration. Should we and can we get a conviction?
It's been a couple of weeks, hasn't it, as well, since the incident to when he's been arrested. So they've been gathering a lot of information, I guess, towards.
Yeah, they'll gather the evidence, won't they? Then see, if there's a case to answer.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the pushback.
The CPS, so.
I'm not sure what the pushback's been from the club or from the public as well, sort of thing. To just like push the CPS to do something about it.
It just seems like a sad, once in a lifetime or once in 10-year event. It's just it's a shit thing that happens.
To we talk about, because I've never heard of it before.
No,
hockey, never. No, it's rare enough in sport in general, really.
The crazy thing is, before it happened, the day before it happened, Aidan said to me, "Do you think people ever get cut with the skates?" Wow. I said, "I've never really seen it." I said, "I imagine it would happen with like hands, but they wear gloves and all that." I said, I imagine it does. And then that happened the next day.
I thought it might have been more likely to be a goalkeeper. If a goalkeeper's been diving or something like that, maybe someone's tripped over him. Or
goalkeepers wear neck guards.
I wasn't aware of that at all. But when I first heard about it, I thought maybe that's what the case was.
Well, I mean, look at keepers there. I mean, keepers are nutcases anyway in any sport. You look at with a hockey keeper. I mean, he's not only is he facing people charging at him, with sticks and skating around him. It's the puck's flying. Puck's flying at him over 100 mile an hour. Yeah, it's and that could wherever that hits you, if you're not padding up, that's going to fucking hurt. Serious injuries. Yeah, so they've got everything. You can't even see a goalkeeper. No. When they're dressed
You've
up.
got to be covered up, haven't you, completely? You can't leave any gaps at all. Not when you're a keeper.
I played a bit of street hockey when I was a kid, and obviously none of us had pads. We just all had sticks, and there was street pucks that you could get with these little wheels on. And because I was one of the younger guys, I was in net for a game. And when I say a game, it's just like someone's street in Hale, free foul, and it's like 15 kids or whatever just going for it. And I stopped a puck with my stomach that someone had absolutely slapped at me. No pads, and it's probably doing 1/20th of what those pucks are doing. It fucking hurt so much. I was on the floor for ages, big black bruise across here. It's so brutal.
Still got it there now. Still printed in the name of the puck.
No, it's a hemorrhoid now. Hemorrhoid.
I'm surprised you
I mean,
could
a
play it on the
hernia.
streets, and nowadays it'd be getting stuck in all the potholes and everything.
That was when the government
Be a goal, that now.
when the government used to fix the roads when I was a kid, isn't it?
Those were the days.
Nah, but it's just a bad situation all
It's all
round
around
for sport.
And obviously, Van Johnson,
For
his
the
family
families,
sort of thing.
yeah.
It's, terrible for them going to hockey one day, and that happens. It's absolutely
very bad.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let us know what you think of that in the comments section. Is it just that there's a potential manslaughter charge? Is it just a freak accident? And also let us know.
Where does it leave? Where does it leave sport? For like you say, it opens up a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Could
you sue the governing body because they didn't demand that there's some sort of neck protection? Like, how far does this sort of thing go?
I'm sure there'll be inquiries, won't there? And there'll be a lot more to it in the coming months, I would guess.
Yeah. But I mean, like we said yesterday, we're going to be doing all types of original content, but some of the time we're just going to jump on things that are current that we would have reacted to videos of. We're just going to jump on and just talk about it anyway and give our opinions. And hopefully you guys are here for it. But as always, let us know in the comment section as well what sort of original content you want to see, because we are bouncing around loads of ideas at the moment.
Yep.
OnlyFans being the main one.
Yeah. Mike's already started.
Wow.
Said he's not going to dick around with all the other channels with different platforms. He's going straight in at the OnlyFans level.
Yeah. Why not?
In a deep end.
Get that money, Mike. Get that money.
More money. Mike's money.
Hey? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Right, cheers for that, guys.
Cheers.
We'll see you soon.
See ya.
Cheers.